You watch part 1. You saw the birthright stolen, the blessing snatched, the brothers reunite in tears. But now the real question hits you at 3 a.m. Why does the Bible say God hated Esau before he was even born? Did Esau ever actually get saved? And what happened the night Jacob fought God and won? Welcome to part 2, the deep dive most channels are scared to touch. If you're ready for truth that will shake your theology, smash like right now and let's go. Jacob is terrified. He's about to meet Esau with 400 armed men riding toward him. He sends his family across the Jabbok River and stays alone, in the dark. A man appears and wrestles him till dawn. Hip dislocated, dust flying, no sleep. Finally Jacob says, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The man says, "Your name shall no longer be Jacob," which means supplanter, deceiver, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed. Logically, this is the turning point. The schemer who grabbed heals and blessings by trickery now grabs God himself and refuses to let go. Philosophically, this is the ultimate human moment. Finite man contending with infinite God and walking away limping but blessed. Biblically, the hip wound stayed with him for life. A permanent reminder that every blessing from God leaves a mark. This wasn't just a physical fight. It was the transformation of a soul. Jacob, the con artist, was desperate. He had spent his life running, manipulating, and fearing. Now, cornered and alone, he faces his ultimate opponent. He doesn't try to trick his way out. He clings. He holds on through the pain, through the exhaustion, demanding the one thing he knows he can't steal, a genuine blessing from God. This encounter teaches us something profound about faith. It's not about being perfect or having it all figured out. It's about raw, clinging desperation. It's about holding on to God when everything else is falling apart and saying, "I'm a mess. I'm broken, but I will not let you go." That hip injury wasn't a punishment. It was a memorial. Every limping step for the rest of his life was a testament to the night he met God and was changed forever. It was a reminder that his strength didn't come from his own cleverness, but from his weakness where God's power was made perfect. He walked away with a new name, a new identity, and a permanent limp that declared, "I fought with God, and he won by letting me win." The next day Esau runs to Jacob, hugs him, kisses him, weeps. He even offers to escort him home. It looks like the perfect Hollywood ending. But Jacob lies again. He says, "I'll catch up, bro," and then goes the complete opposite direction. So, was Esau's forgiveness genuine? It might have been. The Bible never says Esau repented or sought God. He just moved on. He built his own kingdom, became wealthy, and seemed to let bygones be bygones. He forgave horizontally, man to man, but there's no evidence he was ever reconciled vertically with God. And that's the tragedy of Esau. You can forgive your brother and still be outside the covenant. You can be a good person by worldly standards, letting go of grudges. But if you haven't dealt with the God you've offended, you've missed the entire point. Esau tells Jacob, "I have enough, my brother." He was content with his material wealth. He didn't feel his need for the spiritual birthright he had so carelessly sold. This is a chilling warning. It's possible to have a life that looks successful on the outside, family, forgiveness, wealth, while being spiritually bankrupt. The most dangerous state to be in is not hating God, but being indifferent to him, feeling like you have enough without him. Esau's story is a sober reminder that horizontal peace can never replace the need for vertical reconciliation. Now, let's fast forward about 2,000 years to the New Testament, to the book of Romans, and the verse that freaks everyone out. The Apostle Paul, under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, quotes the prophet Malachi, "Jacob I loved, but Esau I hated." Then he drops the theological bomb that has echoed through centuries. So then it is not of him who wills, nor of him who runs, but of God who shows mercy. For he says to Moses, "I will have mercy on whomever I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whomever I will have compassion." Paul uses this historical account of Jacob and Esau to explain a massive truth. Why not all physical descendants of Abraham are part of the true spiritual family of God? He points out that God chose Jacob over Esau before the twins were even born, before they had done anything good or bad. Why? So that God's purpose and election might stand, based not on works, but on him who calls. Logically, think about this. If salvation were based on our actions or choices, both brothers could boast. Esau could boast, "I'm the victim here, I was wrong." Jacob could boast, "I'm the smarter one, I outwitted him." But God's sovereign choice silences both of them. It puts the focus entirely on God's grace, not human merit. Philosophically, this doctrine destroys every form of self-righteousness. You can't earn it. You can't deserve it. You can't manipulate your way into it. Biblically, this is a terrifying comfort. It's terrifying because it puts us completely at God's mercy. But it's a comfort because if God set his love on Jacob while he was still a conniving deceiver, he can absolutely set his love on you while you're still a mess. His choice isn't based on your performance. It's based on his purpose. It's not about what you've done, but about who he is. This isn't a doctrine of fairness. It's a doctrine of grace. And grace, by its very definition, is unfair. It's getting the love and mercy we don't deserve. So what happened to the two family lines? God's prophecy to their mother Rebekah was clear. The older shall serve the younger. And history records exactly that. The descendants of Esau, the Edomites, settled in the land of Edom, south of the Dead Sea. For centuries, they were a rival and often an enemy to Israel. The hatred culminated when Edom actively helped Babylon destroy Jerusalem in 586 BC. The psalmist cries out in Psalm 137, "Remember, O Lord, against the sons of Edom the day of Jerusalem," who said, raise it, to its very foundation." The prophet Obadiah pronounces a total and final judgment on Edom specifically for their violence against their brother Jacob. And what happened? By the time of the New Testament, around 70 AD, the Edomites had been absorbed into other cultures and completely disappeared from history. They are gone. But Israel, the descendants of Jacob, scattered, persecuted, and exiled, yet they are still here. The prophecy stood. God's purpose was not thwarted. The nation he chose, the line through which the Messiah would come, endured. The nation that lived by the sword, perished by the sword. The nation that clung to God's promise was preserved by God's power. So what about you? Where do you find yourself in this story? Are you living like Esau, despising your birthright, your spiritual inheritance, for a temporary bowl of stew? Trading eternal value for momentary pleasure, worldly success, or immediate comfort? Or are you like Jacob, wrestling with God in the dark, refusing to let go until he blesses you, even if it leaves you with a limp? The same God who touched Jacob's hip still touches broken people today. He doesn't choose the qualified. He qualifies the chosen. He isn't looking for perfect people, but for desperate people who will cling to him. Drop in the comments, Jacob, if you wrestling with something right now and need that blessing. Or Esau, if you've ever felt like you sold something precious for a bowl of stew. Be honest. Part 3 is coming, and we're going to uncover a connection to Joseph's coat of many colors that you have never heard before. It will change how you read that story forever. So subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and share this with someone who needs to hear Romans 9 explained without any sugarcoating. Thanks for diving deep with me. See you in the next one.